Housing and Urban Development Secretary Scott Turner joins me now. It's very hard to understand how this has gone on for so many years, especially considering there were a couple guilty pleas on this. And the governor's office, Tim Walz, has said that they have been on it. There's an investigation, but yet nobody's been found guilty of anything.
Well, Happy New Year, Julie. Thank you for having me. I know from HUD's standpoint, you know, we have boots on the ground right now. We have investigators that are making sure that any HUD-funded programs in Minnesota are being carried out appropriately. Also, we just launched an investigation into housing authorities, public housing authorities there in Minnesota. They receive about $108 million in Minneapolis and also about $46 million in public housing assistance there. So we want to make sure that we're being good stewards over taxpayer money. So these investigations are going on right now from a HUD standpoint. And to the president's point, we have to root out this fraud and abuse and this waste, because this is hard-working American taxpayer funds, and there's been criminal activity going on. And so we have to root it out and continue to enforce the law.
Okay, so let's talk about the alleged lawbreakers. They are Somali immigrants. That is a fact. And the investigation will continue to find whether or not there are other people involved. But nonetheless, you've got mainstream media that seems to be focusing less on the actual massive fraud scandal that is happening and developing every day more and more. We're learning more out of Minnesota, and focusing more on the Somali immigrants that are actually the real victims in all of this. Listen to this exchange on CNN, for example.
What's going on here is very clear. It's a targeting of the Somalis.
Everything seems to be about whether or not the people involved here are Somali.
The white evangelical crowd who purports to uphold these Christian values are celebrating targeting communities because of their ethnicity and cutting off care to children.
And it's not just racist and xenophobic. It's actually dangerous, because what Donald Trump is doing in targeting this community, it's putting American citizens in danger.
What does targeting Somali immigrants and communities and racism, quite frankly, have to do with illegal activity? I mean, there are videos, there are surveillance videos of people actually exchanging hands, exchanging money with parents that are pretending to bring their kids to these leaning centers. I love that one with the typo on that learning center. And then taking their kids away and people collecting money on it. I can't understand what ethnicity has to do with that. That's just fraud.
Well, Julie, it has nothing to do with it's smoke and mirrors. This is all a distraction from what the real problem is here. This has nothing to do with race, has nothing to do with ethnicity. We have to, under President Trump's leadership, American people are first. Our country is first. Has nothing to do with the Somalis, but it has everything to do with criminal activity. Our job, when we get appointed, elected, our job is to uphold the law. And so that's what you see going on right now. And there's a lot of people in our country, the clip that you showed, some of the media, far left activists that actually do not want the laws of America to be upheld. But this is a day with President Trump and other leaders in our administration where we're going to uphold the law, enforce the law, and prioritize the American people and American people only.
I want you to listen to David Sachs on why he believes that Democrats aren't outraged over Somali fraud. Let's listen.
Democrats denouncing government waste is like Don Corleone denouncing the mafia, okay? The Democrat Party is the party of government waste and spending, taxation. It's the party of government, okay? And they just want the government to be as large as possible. And if a big chunk of that goes to fraudsters, so be it. You know what? Those fraudsters are donors too.
Yeah, I mean, the government has been doling out millions of dollars for fraudsters, and the Democrats don't think to seem that's a problem.
Well, yes, ma'am. With our agency finance report that just came out at HUD, we found that a potential over $5 billion of payment errors were made during the Biden administration. So not only is this a massive abuse of taxpayer dollars, but it also was incentivized because of the negligence and the inability of the Biden administration to put in proper financial controls. And so you think about it, those that don't want the law to be upheld, obviously either they're benefiting from it or they don't care about our country. But this is a new day, new president, new administration. We care about the American people. We want to be and we will be good stewards. We will enforce the law. And those that have criminalized and frauded the American people, they will be held accountable.
All right, Scott Turner. Thank you very much. Happy New Year. Thank you for talking to us. Appreciate it.
Happy New Year.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.